the amendment to the second stimulus check package, but it's nothing like what we heard. And in this detailed video, I'm going to go over the Cash Act. Good evening, good afternoon. You're joining me for a special live recording of third stimulus check and third stimulus package. That's Biden's stimulus. And why is this in Biden's stimulus? Because I don't think it's going to pass in the next few days. And in fact, by all accounts, it won't. I think it's going to be held for Biden's stimulus and be passed in January. This is shocking news. An $8,000 stimulus check for a family? Yes, an $8,000 stimulus check for the family. Adult dependents getting retroactive stimulus checks? Yes. Adult dependents getting stimulus checks in this bill? Yes. Children getting $2,000 stimulus checks? Yes. What's going on? This is just total craziness. What's important to understand is the reason why I'm putting this in third stimulus check and third stimulus package, which details Biden's stimulus, is that I believe this is a complete setup to keep this in the Senate, sitting there in the Senate all the way to mid-January and pass it in mid-January. Not pass it this week, not pass it next week. Now, it's important to understand that a breaking news report says that this would, even if it was going to pass in the Senate this week, it wouldn't get voted on tomorrow. So the initial indications that it was going to get voted on tomorrow, Tuesday, is not going to happen. It would take several days to do a roll call. I'll go over that in this video. This is an afternoon's LALATE bombshell emergency recording. Thank you for joining me on third stimulus check and third stimulus package, which will go over what is in Biden's stimulus. Right after this will be a live recording again of Being a Mitch, in which I'll repeat what's going on today. This is really craziness that we have never seen happen before. The craziness is that the House of Representatives passed the amendment to the second stimulus check bill, but it's not like any of us thought it was going to be. What's the bill called? It's called the Cash Act of 2020. Okay, so it changes the adults from $600 to $2,000. Yeah, okay, we got that. We saw that, and it passed the House. That's no surprise. Okay, it passed the House. Good. Well, what else happened? It changes the children. Changes the children in this bill? Yeah, changes the children in this bill from $600 to $2,000. Oh, okay. So I did not see that coming. So how much is the household now at total? $8,000. $8,000, not $600, $2,000. Now $2,000, $2,000. $8,000. Okay, what else is surprising us right here? Well, the adult dependents are getting stimulus check. Excuse me? The bill changes the adult dependents to get a stimulus check. Oh my goodness. Anything else? Yes, there's more. There's more. Behind curtain number one, there's more. What the hell is more in this bill? What's more in this bill is it's paying retroactively adult dependents who did not get a first stimulus check. Oh my goodness. This is just a lot of stuff. Boy, I will have an update for this. Is not going to be a long video because I'm going to repeat this on Being a Mitch, which is where this really belongs. But the reason why I'm recording this in this video, third stimulus check and third stimulus package, is I truly believe that this is a beautiful procedural game to set this up and let it sit in the Senate for a few weeks and get it passed in mid-January. It's not going to get passed tomorrow. It's never going to get passed anytime this week. This is you might as well put a Rolls Royce with some lobster in this bill as well. It's just not going to pass in the GOP Senate. But boy, if the Senate falls in Georgia, this is about as delicious as as a lobster bill. So let me go over what is in third stimulus check and third stimulus package. This is third stimulus check and third stimulus package, our new video on this channel that goes over what Biden's stimulus will give you in January. First, he's going to give you FPUC retroactive back to July and bringing it up to the present $600 a week. It would revise the current existing FPUC of $300 a week going forward and change it so that's $600 back and then $600 for the future. Next, it would give you MSCs after this one. If you're joining me, I'll have an update at the 10-minute mark. We're currently at the 5-minute mark. It would do MSCs. We don't know how many multiple stimulus checks. Next, SSI and SSDI. That's the number one question I get. Where is the $2,400 for SSI and SSDI? This is in third stimulus check and third stimulus package. Third stimulus check and third stimulus package, Biden stimulus, would give you $200 a month for January to December, plus a step up lifetime up to 20%. This is incredible, great news. So if you're making $1,000 a month, you get $1,200 a month. Then a new benchmark, different than COLA, that would reassess your benefits every year. I believe the first check for it would go out in February and it would carry the January retroactive. Biden stimulus would also have new PUA further out, new PUC further out. It would also change the eviction moratorium, change the mortgage forbearance, more about that in a second, and change the student loan debt repayment, more about that in a second. Hazard pay would be deliciously included. Hazard pay would be $10,000 an hour, excuse me, $10,000 an hour, $10,000 based upon $13 an hour from January of this year forward to 60 days after the pandemic ended. New rent stimulus where it's set up by a federal agency, you go apply for the rent, and then other great stuff. Like what? The remainder of your $10,000 EIDL grant. Yes, baby, finally. 10th EIDL grant if you never got it as well. Also, new EIDL grant for if you never applied for it. There's so much else. The CDC grant for essential workers, and then the wonderful Lifeline grant, which is a behemoth. It's up to $50,000, but if you have a big sort of operation, you could get the $50,000 grant. This Biden stimulus, third stimulus check and third stimulus package is going to start being revised and written in the next few days and would float in the last few weeks of January. As we come up on the 10-minute mark, I will have an update about what's breaking on this $8,000 stimulus check for family. It is shocking with retroactive stimulus checks. I will have all the details for you at the 10-minute mark of this video. And I'm coming back live on Being a Mitch, which you know is always live. That will be going over what's going on in this second stimulus package and what happened today. A lot of breaking details. The other things that are very, very exciting in third stimulus check and third stimulus package is things like PPP, EIDL increased, whether it's loan or the remainder of your $10,000 grant, these multiple stimulus checks, this SSI, you have people getting a lot of relief in a lot of places. I know there's a lot of duplicative elements. So for example, if you're an Uber Lyft driver, you may get EIDL grant, you may get PUA, you may get FPUC, you may get hazard pay, you may get PPP. So suddenly you can get several ultimate items, and this is sort of overwhelming. I want you to know what they are, because when they come in January, boy, it is going to be a rush to get them. Finally, one of the most important things in third stimulus check and third stimulus package, which I've been reporting, is the presumed executive order. I've been reporting that there will be executive order by Biden on day one, and that executive order will say, hey, I am doing three things. One, eviction moratorium. Two, mortgage forbearance. Three, student loan debt forgiveness. You need eviction moratorium, and it needs to be not the CDC. That's just sort of a strange thing. It doesn't need to be done that way. Second, you need to have mortgage forbearance. There's none of it in the second stimulus package. Very scary. So for 20 days, you will not have mortgage protection. And finally, student loan debt repayment. This is just incredible, great news. As we come up on the 10-minute mark, I'm about to tell you about this incredible update minutes ago. Retroactive stimulus checks, to $8,000 stimulus checks for family. It's just totally insane. And then join me, and just right after this recording is over, rejoin me for the next feed. It's going to be live again for Being a Mitch. That will be a full 30-minute video as always. How would I get the hazard pay? If it was under the HEROES Act, the employer would apply, but everything's going to change. Everything's going to change. Things are going to change. And as we come up on the 10-minute mark, let me give you the big update. The big update as you join me on a special live breaking news report of third stimulus check and third stimulus package is that the House of Representatives minutes ago passed the Cash Act. The Cash Act changes your stimulus check from $600 for adults to $2,000. It was no surprise. I told you it was going to happen, and the amount is no surprise. But the whole rest of the bill is a big darn surprise, and it's absolutely delicious. None of the stuff we heard coming. It will not, this is another update, it will not be put for a vote in the Senate tomorrow. In fact, it requires what's called a roll call, and there's not enough senators around, so it could take days and this is why I put it in this video, or potentially weeks. I'm predicting that this bill will sit in the Senate for weeks and potentially get set up if the Senate falls to the Democrats on January 5th. This is a setup for Biden. It's not something set up to pass this week. So what is the great news? Okay, sit back and sit down. First, all adult dependents will get a stimulus check under the current second stimulus package bill. Yes, changed. Second, everyone gets $2,000. Yes. So suddenly children would get $2,000. Adults would get $2,000. Adult dependents would get $2,000. Everyone gets $2,000. Everyone gets $2,000. Yes, adult dependents, even people on SSI and SSDI, everyone gets $2,000. How big is that family? Four, a family of four. So the only way you're in trouble is if you're in the Brady Bunch. One of Marshall won't get a check. But four people, $2,000, $8,000 for a family, for a household. It's shocking, and I'm not done there. There's more behind curtain number one. What did I miss? Hugh just says, if you just tuned in, the Cash Act passed in the House. It's $2,000 for every individual in the household. $2,000 for the children, $2,000 for adult dependents, $2,000 for seniors, $2,000 for everyone, up to a family of four, $8,000 for a family of four. But I'm not done. There's more exciting news. Are you ready for exciting news? Are you ready for the exciting news? Are you ready for the exciting news? This is just the stimulus gods just opened up. Harry's ready for it. Skinny says, I'm confused. Okay, here is the exciting good news. If you did not get a first stimulus check because you're an adult dependent, they're going to send you one retroactively. Oh my God. They're going to send you a retroactive adult dependent stimulus check if you didn't get one the first time around. Insane. So this is, now if someone's saying it's not going to be signed, of course it's not going to be signed this week. This is a setup for Biden stimulus. This is why it's in third stimulus check and third stimulus package. It's not going to get passed this week. Of course not. This is a setup to have it signed when Georgia falls and to have it signed under Biden. We all know what this is. Why am I whispering? Why am I whispering? We all know what this is. This is a setup to have it all ready for Biden stimulus. Just because it lands in the Senate doesn't mean it goes in the garbage can. It just sort of sits there. It's just going to sit there for a month. It's going to sit there for, 4 or 5 weeks. And then as soon, January 20th, let's call for a vote. That thing we had back in December, the Cash Act, that's called the Cash Act 2020. It's absolutely insane. It's just totally insane. So with that, 2,000 people in the room, if you are just sort of patting your head and just sort of sweating bullets, join me in just 5 minutes from now. I'm back live with Bean and Mitch. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay of LA for more.